you think is the problem here? Do you think which side do you think has to step back and be like, all right, we're gonna concede. We're gonna concede. Who do you think has to concede in this situation? Lamar, I'm thinking.
I Yeah, the one
Yeah.
who's averaging 200 passing yards and one touchdown a game for the last 2 years. That's the one I'm gonna have to. Actually, let me look at these stats. Let's make it 1.5 touchdowns a game and make it the last 3 years.
But you gotta count rushing as well, though. Come on now. You gotta count that. If you count rushing touchdowns throughout that, come on now.
No, no,
That
no.
that adds a whole nother
So
dimension.
he's not even he's averaging the 2020 year he came off his MVP season. He got 7 touchdowns. The last 2 years he got 5 combined.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's not as effective as a rusher, which I don't expect him to be.
Hmm.
But what I do expect is that like at the end of the day, I'm not impressed by all that rushing if you can't not throw. You're a quarterback. We could just throw a freaking running back in the backfield. We expect you to just run. I love having the multi-dimension aspect of being able to run. I love being a prolific runner, and he's one of the best runners we ever seen. But at the end of the day, no one's scared of Justin Fields and how many damn yards he's running because he can't throw the damn ball.
But I mean, that's the hope is they get better as passers. That's definitely the hope. But the question is like, do you think we can remember like a top wide receiver the Ravens have had in the past 5 years? Like, can you remember like a top? Because I'll be honest, I really can't name a top wide receiver they've had. And Hollywood
No,
Brown, he was good for a year, but he wasn't a top wide receiver. He had over 1,000 yards one year, but he was never a top wide receiver. The Ravens, they had Rashad Bateman for that 1 year, and he got close to 1,000 yards, but they've never had a number receiver that Lamar Jackson could really throw to, and that's been their problem. Yeah, they had Mark Andrews as their tight end, but never a number one wide receiver in the past 5 years. And I think that's a huge problem. Like this is literally why the Bills brought in Diggs, is because if you remember Josh Allen's first few years, people were asking, oh, can he actually throw? Because he's not throwing over 4,000 yards. He's at like 3,000 yards throwing, and they brought in a number one wide receiver, and it changed everything up. Oh,
so I can understand that plays a part, but I'll be honest and like I watch the games, not every game, but like I can't sit here and act like him not having number one and top notch receiver is the issue when I watch how he just missed receivers. I understand that then there's a lot of plays that could be all right. The receiver, if it was a better receiver, might be a little bit more open, a little bit better release, obviously better hands. Like I get it, and I think at one point, and it might have been Hollywood, but they was talking about one of his top receivers just seemed to drop a lot, and I think that was the year after his MVP season. So I
yeah,
think it was Hollywood. So
it
I
was.
see that,
Mhm.
and I understand that, but also I still like I'll never just like
And I'll
I
be honest,
watch him.
they made some mistakes on those picks too. They picked up like Hollywood Brown was a decent pick for a year, but like I said, he's been off the other 3 years that he's been in the league. The other pick that they had, which was a number one, a first round pick, was Devin Duvernay, and he didn't pan out at all. He was one of their worst picks
No,
that
and
they've
that's the
made
thing.
as
They
well. So,
tried to draft receiving talent
and they're bad
for
at it. They're
Lamar,
always
and
good
that's
at
the
drafting defense. They're
yeah
always
they
good at
tried,
drafting
and then
defense.
they tried to bring in running back to help. They actually had like 4 decent running backs for the last couple of years, all injury prone. And that's the thing. Like I was saying, they try to pick up linemen. Just no one
Well,
wants to
not
come to
linemen.
Baltimore.
They barely try to pick up linemen. I'll be honest, because like Lamar's always had like, and that line has always been bottom half of the league. He's always had sack problems, and not just outside the pocket sack problems, inside the pocket sacks. If you look at his numbers, he's always had, especially his first 3 years in the league, they were terrible at that. I mean, even this year they were bad, but they did get better. You know, the previous year when he was 7-5 as a starter, but you know, just this year they were bad. That's one huge reason why he was injured. And I'll be honest, like they never focus on that part of the line. Like that's why like he has to. If you remember early in his career, they were saying like, oh, he has to run it because that line always is broken. It's always broken.
Nah, you know me. I'm double checking.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, like
Yeah, now they try to draft one, two, three, four. So they try to draft five linemen the last 5 years, but it doesn't seem like they're getting opportunities to get top
they're
notch linemen.
they're
Like
not top
2020,
picks,
they're not top picks. 2022 was the only one they got a roll like, and it was Kyle Hamilton.
and that was like what, like a second rounder probably.
Oh no, I'm tripping. Kyle Hamilton's actually defense. No, you're right. I'll give it to you. They do spend a lot of their picks on
Defense.
takes.
That's what they
Yeah, so
always.
since they drafted Lamar, they
It's because
drafted
Ozzie knew some
Hayden Hurst, the tight end,
tight end. Yeah,
first round picks. Next
yeah,
year, Marquise Brown, Hollywood, obviously.
yeah.
Year after that, they had one first round pick. They picked a
J.K.
linebacker.
Dobbin. Okay, linebacker. Yeah,
Second
yeah.
round was J.K.
Okay,
Dobbins.
second round was J.K. Yeah,
Yeah. The year after that, another wide receiver, Bateman.
Rashad Bateman,
And then a
who didn't really
defensive
pan
end.
out.
Yep. And then last year they pick an offensive lineman and a
Okay,
defensive.
so
So they have been
let,
mixing it a little bit. So I was gonna say I've seen them try to build the talent, but you're right, they're picking horribly.
but
Picking
that's the thing though.
horribly.
Like they're picking all these players, hoping that they're gonna pan out, hoping that they're gonna pan out, but they're not bringing anybody in. Like Sammy
Yeah.
Watkins was the biggest name that they've had on offense, and Mark Ingram, you could say, but like I said, he was a backup running back really. But I mean, they needed to spend some more money, I believe. And I don't know. I think it's the Ravens' fault why all this is going down, man. They should have gave him his money. They should have gave him his money. Like I agree with you. I will agree with you here. Confess that I don't think that they should have gave him Deshaun Watson money. Okay, I agree with you there. But why not? Like, yo, the NFL has never been fully guaranteed, but why not? Why aren't quarterbacks fully guaranteed? I mean, they're the number one guy in the field. They're literally the most popular position. And you know what? You can't tell me that Lamar Jackson doesn't sell tickets. And you know what owners love? They love money. And you can't tell me that if
He doesn't.
you know, oh, come on now. If the Carolina
Look at
Panthers
me, look
had
at me.
Lamar Jackson right
You
now,
know
the
why he
Carolina
doesn't sell
Panthers,
tickets? Do you know
you
why
tell
he
me
doesn't
that,
sell tickets?
what is it? Say it
Do you
again.
know why he doesn't sell tickets?
Because he's not on the field.
Exactly.
Yeah, but not just his likeness. They could sell his jerseys. They could sell tickets. Just the hype around him being there in the beginning of the season. If he was on the Carolina Panthers right now or the Atlanta Falcons, we can name whatever team you would watch 100% one of the first games. You would 100% watch.
Yeah, but how much closer would they be getting to winning a Super Bowl with only adding Lamar Jackson and giving up the farmhouse to get it?
So that's the
Honestly, the
question though.
Jets is the
But
only team I see really realistically needing
so
him to put him over that bump.
the question is, how hard is it to find a quarterback in the NFL, a franchise quarterback? And to me, it's very hard.
Very hard. There's only five of them, maybe.
And I'll be honest, like Lamar Jackson is on the cusp of being a franchise quarterback. I don't think he's like I
Yeah,
think
for
he's
me, I need
just
him to
a
get
franchise.
passing. Yeah, the
I
running
think
is amazing. Decision making, like I just need a little bit better passing, and then I wouldn't be mad at everything.
hmm. So let's pretty much bring this back into a bow right here and pretty much finish it off. The last question, I mean, um, we want to pretty much ask, whose side are you on? Are you on Lamar's side? Do you agree with what he's doing? Do you agree with, him not having an agent, him going his own way, trying to do what he can to get his fully guaranteed? Or are you with the Ravens, letting Lamar do his thing, not giving him any guaranteed, not even signing him before he's a free agent, pretty much?
Let's see who you got. Who you got?
Yeah, let me know who you got. Ravens or Lamar? That's what I want to know.
I think it's been clear for me
Yeah, I mean,
since
it pretty
last
much has been.
year. Since
Yeah.
last year, when he first turned down that 250 mil, 133 guaranteed, I said that was a big mistake. And now at this point, I do not know the Ravens' full intention, but I think they might be trying to work this out with a possibility that they still keep him, just without having to pay him what he wants. And I don't think that they want to get rid of him. I think that they keep on being a playoff contention team with him. Um, but I do not think that he's worth that money. And I do not think that the Ravens are making a mistake by giving him the non-exclusive tag,
Mm.
allowing other teams um, to negotiate. I think they're playing a very good hand. What about you? Who you
And
got?
for me, I gotta say, I disagree with you. I gotta clap for Lamar Jackson, man.
Not yet.
Lamar, listen, do your thing. The NFL is a tough sport, the toughest sport probably. I mean, maybe we could put rugby in there, but the toughest sport in the world. The This is the sport where people get injured. You know what the NFL is really named for? It's not National Football League. It's not for long, and people get injured. Go get your money, Lamar. Get that fully guaranteed contract while you can, while you have any type of leverage. Get as much fully guaranteed as you can, because you know that I think that the NFL teams have been talking to each other a little bit prior to them putting out this franchise tag. Because how the hell with 15 minutes after this happened, the Atlanta Falcons went on their website and they said, "Oh, we're not going to look at Lamar Jackson because of we're looking at cap stipulations, and we want to be
Because
cap friendly around our
teams been
team."
posting stuff about Lamar and where he's gonna go, and you know how fans are. Fans have been acting like the Falcons are gonna get Henry and Lamar this
And
offseason.
why not? And honestly, why not? Why not? Why shouldn't they with that much that much
Yeah, they
cap
do got a lot
space?
of money.
With that
Yeah,
much cap, why shouldn't they? Honestly, yeah, they might have to trade away their first round pick if they want to do that, because that's a lot of money. But yeah, like if I was a team owner, I get what the team owners are thinking. The team owners are thinking we're not gonna set the precedent. We're not gonna give this man a fully guaranteed, because then after that you got Justin Herbert coming, you got Joe Burrow coming, fully guaranteed after that too, when it's not going to stop. So I get where the owners are coming from. They're not going to have. They already saw one guy do it, and everyone was frowning upon Jimmy Haslam and the Brown organization for doing that, and they didn't want that to happen. And now they don't want it to happen with Lamar. And for me, I think it's kind of sad because, like I said, I think this is the toughest sport to play in. People get injured so quick, and your money gets lost just like that. And I think this is the time for Lamar to try to get his money and try to get it as fast as he can. Get as much guaranteed, baby.
he's
That's what I
just
say.
not that guy.
I
He's
mean,
not
you
that
know
guy,
what?
pal.
One of the youngest MVPs in the league. I think the youngest MVP ever.
Hey, that MVP guy and the guy who's asking for that money, not even the same person.
I
Like
mean,
it's hard to say he's not. I don't think his prime is over. I think he has ability to switch up his game a little bit. Uh,
put him on the Jets. We'll see a
but
different story
man,
about him.
I don't know if we're ever gonna see that Lamar Jackson.
Put him on Miami. We'll see a different story. Put him in warm
I honestly
in warm.
would love to see him shake up the AFC East on the Jets.
Mm.
I would absolutely love because they really are. They actually had a winning record this year. And did they make the playoffs or they almost made the playoffs?
The Jets almost made the playoffs.
But
They had a winning record though. They were nine
yeah,
and they were
they
nine
were
and eight.
right there on the cusp of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So honestly, they give them an actual good quarterback, and yeah,
And that's what they're looking for. The Jets right now, they're looking for a quarterback, but there's another guy right now that they're hinting towards. So we don't really know if it's gonna be Lamar. I mean, obviously the Jets are hinting towards Aaron
so
Rodgers, but
are they gonna pay Aaron that money as well?
so that's the thing with Aaron. He wants the same. He wants the contract that he already has with Green Bay. Basically, he
Right.
wants to keep his contract without Green Bay cutting him. Because if Green Bay was to keep him up until June 26th, then they would have to pay him 56 million. But if they don't keep him by then and they trade him, then they would only pay, or the other team would pay him 50 million. But another team that would be amazing for Lamar, I'll be honest. I just thought about it like literally right now. I wasn't even thinking about it throughout the episode. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay in that warm weather. Ooh, with those receivers and that decent offensive line. Where you saw Brady, he wasn't really getting sacked this year.
Honestly, yeah. That.
Ooh.
But didn't you say they said no?
All the teams said no. Everybody
Yeah.
pretty much said no. There was like 5 teams that said no.
I would say Tampa Bay really, honestly, wouldn't be bad. If Tom Brady's really serious.
True, true, true,
Um,
true.
That boy better not come back for the love of God. Just give it up. Give it up. But yeah, no, honestly, Mike Evans is number one. Couple good slots, great defense. And granted, I don't know if Leonard Fournette still got that
He's gone.
juice.
They cut him.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say that boy was getting a little slow.
Yeah, but they got the young boys out there,
I was about to
that
say, I
just
think what was his name? He got injured. But yeah, if they make a decent hold at running back position,
mhm.
trying to think who they got at running back. Yeah, yeah, that's a decent team. Yeah.
Yeah, it really wouldn't be bad. I mean, there's like you said, their defense is still great. I mean, they still have a good offensive line. They still have those two good receivers still. I think that would be a really good option for them. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I like that.
Rashad White, I think you're
Uh,
talking about, right?
yeah, yep, that's
Yeah,
what it was. Yep, Rashad
yeah,
White getting injured. Yep.
yeah. They even had like Keyshawn Vaughn, who was a decent like rookie at this level, so he's gonna be a
No, I
second
would say
running back.
they
So
they
they
had
got a
decent
decent
running
squad.
backs. Yeah,
They
yeah,
got a
yeah.
decent squad. So just to finish this off, to put a bow on it, you're going with the Ravens in this situation,
Oh yeah,
and
and
I'm
you're
going with
going with
Lamar.
Lamar.
Wow, you know what? I really didn't expect this at all. I really thought you were gonna go with Lamar in the beginning of the episode. I thought you were gonna go with me, but
Nah,
that's
man,
crazy
they
how it goes.
I like I said,
But I
it's
get it.
just not him.
I get your
It's not
points.
the issue of the fully guaranteed. It's who asking for it. That's just it for me.
I get your points. I get it. You're saying he's not Patrick Mahomes, but I'm saying he doesn't have to be to get that money.
I'm saying he should be.
He should, but not when you got Daniel Jones getting
I know, man.
40 million a year.
But
So
that's the NBA too, boy. Rudy Gobert getting traded for 5 picks. What?
yeah,
Like, come
that's
on.
and that KD got like six, and all those players and all those picks as well with the
No.
second rounders. Yeah, that's what happens. So I'll be honest, like I think it might be a sign and trade for Lamar in the future. That's my last
Yeah,
prediction.
yeah, you might be right,
Might
man.
be a
Now that
sign
we
and
really talked
trade.
about it, there might be no
Sign and
going
trade.
back. There just might be no going
Yeah.
back. So you might be right.
We'll see though. We'll see. Either way though, I definitely think you're right about that guaranteed. They're not giving him that, and no team is gonna. I think you're definitely right about that.